Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. Last time we left off, I talked about continuing my story on Point Fest, and if you guys didn't catch up on that video, check the last Doom and Dark Souls video I uploaded. It's part 4 on Doom and part 14 on Dark Souls. So check those out, plus the title of the story is Point Fest Story. But my ears are still ringing. It's been 2 days now. But my brother said that's expected because we were right next to the speakers. But anyway, yeah, I talked about my story with Point Fest and I had a blast, all in all. And it was just a really fun time. It's going to be a really laid back week because a lot of our hours have been cut off because it's like the end of the month, so less people start coming in and such. I don't know why, I don't know what's the deal. All I know is like less people just start coming in at the end of the month at my place. That's all I know. And I'm glad that fucking arrow guy's on my side. I was just honestly waiting for that. And I wonder if you get his weapon later on, or you find like a similar hammer weapon. Because I know there are great hammers in the game, but like, I don't know, do you get his weapon later on? It looks like more like a mallet. But we'll see. It's gonna be a long day because I go to work at 5 and it's only 2:30 right now. And I got to play Black Ops, like the first one, for a bit and absolutely wrecked, even though like I was in a team that was losing horribly. I still managed to get the most kills out of everyone, which was a lot of fun. Because the first Black Ops is one of the few games that like I played with everyone. Like it was a game that like everyone in my time had. And what I mean by that is like back then when the first Black Ops came out, we were all just like, oh, what's this all about and such. And then like it even got more hyped up because of all the zombie maps they started adding. Because we were all just like, they had all the zombie maps, and then they started adding the old zombie maps from like the War at War. And we're just like, oh my god. And we all started trying to figure out the story, the chemical 115 thing, whatever it's called, the 115 virus that started it all. And we're just like, what does this mean? And we just sit there trying to like do the Easter eggs and such. And we're just like, so what do you think this means? And then we start looking at videos, and then we start having long chats about like what to do. All the while we're surviving like until round 30. And that's when like everyone is just like, yeah, we're all getting tired. Let's just all clock out. And then the next day we'd play like countless hours of fucking multiplayer, and then we're just like, all right guys, anyone want to do zombies? And we'll just be like, yeah, I'm up for it. And our group will normally start out with like a group of 6 or more, and then once we go to zombies, it dies down to 4 at most. So we're just like, all right, let's do this. And it was so much fun because like we all got to like play together, and it was just like. It was one of those games where like it's just a classic to me, and I'm so glad I like got to replay it again because I can still play it on my 360, but I don't want to like constantly hook it up to the internet and such because I know that will like wear out the Ethernet cable, whatever it's called. And the last thing I want for that to happen is to have my Ethernet broken, because I've broken quite a few, honestly. How you break an Ethernet cord? You break the tip of it. Like that, you know that little thing you press down and you can like, that lets you pull it up. But if you just leave it, it locks it in place. I managed to break those somehow. I don't know how, but like I just managed to do that. And I want to get one that like lets me connect multiple Ethernet cords instead of just one, because I just so far have that one. I want to get the one that like lets me connect 2, so I can like connect my Xbox One along with probably my 360 or another game that I want to play online later on, or just to my computer, so I don't constantly have just wireless connection, because wireless is good and all, but like I'd rather have Ethernet because it's a secured connection. Like nothing else can disrupt it, and like my phone won't get in the way or anything. Oh, it's almost fully charged. When did I start charging it? Anyway. Aside from that, I had a lot of fun playing Black Ops. I got up to, at most, close to 30 kills at most. I did get over 30 kills at my last game, but like, I was just like, I'm done. Because I wanted to play with someone, but like everyone that I know was on the Xbox One, and a lot of the people I knew that I played with sold their Black Ops because they were just like, oh my god, Black Ops 2 is gonna be so much better. I'm like, cool. I still kept mine because I don't want to sell it. Well, I did sell it at one point. I know that sounds surprising, but I eventually bought it back along with Left 4 Dead 2, which I still want to record, but I need a buddy to play with. And yeah, maybe I should get it for the computer, but I think that'd just be a waste of money because I already have it for the Xbox. Why am I going to buy it again for the PC? And you're going to say like, oh my god, it has so many mods and such, and the computer is so far superior. I don't give a fuck. I already have the game. I'm not going to waste my money just so I can play the game all over again. That's just stupid. And if you have the money to waste on that, well, you're just a rich snob. Like, honestly. This guy's a pain, honestly. It took me the longest time to figure out what he was, because whenever I saw Game Grumps fight this guy, I was trying to figure out whether he was like a new form of knight. I thought he was like a crystal knight or something. But it took me a while to realize that like he's just a frost knight. A really crazy frost knight. He's basically fighting as fast as fucking, what's that guy? Artorias. He's crazier than Artorias at most. He does kind of remind me of Artorias though. But yeah, you see I got frostbitten. And I'm trying to buy myself some time to heal up. There we go. But now I'm completely out, so I make a dip for it because there's no way I can take that guy head on. And because I saw Game Grumps fight this guy, I know a cheap way to kill him. Which is honestly a good way to kill him because that guy's a pain in the ass. Sorry. But yeah, all you gotta do is just chuck fireballs at him, keep luring him in. I wonder if he's a descendant of Boreal, the second boss I fought in the game. But once you kill him, you get the, I couldn't even read it, but I got a frost sword really, which is pretty good. But my broadsword does more damage, and my sword does cause frostbite, but I don't know when it does. I don't know how many hits I need to cause frostbite. But it's a pretty good sword. I like it because it looks really nice. But I'm still using my broadsword because I think in Dark Souls 2 the broadsword got me all the way through the game. I eventually started using other swords. But yeah, I just love the way it looks because I was just like, I'm getting tired of my old sword and such. I wanted a new look, so I got this. And it looks pretty cool because it's an ice sword. Like, what can't be cool about that? And these guys are so weird. And hearing the morph in the headset, you can actually hear a lot more. Like, you probably didn't hear it, but like you could actually hear the wings popping out, like if a pus were to explode in someone's chest. Actually, I don't think you want to hear that. That's so gross. It's like whenever the wings start coming out, it sounds like if it were to be the sound of someone munching on a cockroach or something, like a really big and juicy bug with like a really hard shell. That like you can hear it crunching. Picture that as they're like morphing, like the sound of that as they're like changing. Oh, that is so gross. But at the same time, that's got to be super painful for them. Like, honestly, you're just sprouting wings out of yourself without no warning whatsoever. It would be horrible if like they'd lose like just a bit of health because it's just that painful. But I assume it's just natural because, you know, they're sitting like that and they're not even, their wings are inside them, but like they're not doing anything. Like, you know. So I imagine whenever they kill you, they just go back. They just sit back down and just their wings slowly retract back inside them. But I'm wondering, how are their wings inside of them? Like, they're that big. Plus, I imagine the wings would be a lot more bloody. Because they're just popping out of him. Like, you see the blood? Like, that's got to be inside of him. Unless it's like an induced metamorphosis. I don't know, I'm saying the word from Metroid that I heard so many times. But I have no idea. Those guys are fucking crazy. And I can only imagine how much more I have in stock for me as I progress through the game. Because currently I'm stuck in this swamp area. Well, I'm not really stuck. I'm just, you know, exploring the area and leveling up. But I haven't played Dark Souls in a while, so I might get back to it tonight. Well, who knows? We'll see. But tomorrow, I think I should be able to record. Man, I'm hoping I can go for a walk tomorrow because there's a chance of rain tomorrow, and I'm really hoping I can at least get a walk in before that. But it looks like it's gonna start raining in the morning and then rain for a whole week. And it's been raining like crazy lately, and for some reason it's also been getting super cold. Like, I don't know why. Like, I don't know what's up with anything. This is just an NPC person, and that guy got something apparently. But yeah, the NPCs are pretty easy to fight here. What the hell? Fuck off. Okay, that was weird. My fucking computer started lagging because like I got a pop-up saying like, "Hey, you should do this." I'm like, "No, fuck you. You made me panic for a sec." I hate that because like for a moment I thought my computer was literally like gonna crap out on me. I was like, "No!" That would have been horrible. I also got twin daggers. The twin swords in this game now are a lot more interesting because they inputted a lot more combos in them. But I think I'm too stupid to use them. Yeah, I don't have enough dexterity. And I know what you're thinking, why are you saying you're stupid if you can't use a weapon? That's what I always do to be honest, that's what I always say whenever I can't use a certain thing in a game. If it's like, you require this much and you don't have that much, I'd be like, damn it, I'm too stupid. I said that one time to someone I was talking to on the phone, and I was like, look, I got 2 swords, and I'm too stupid to use them. She's like, what the fuck do you mean? She like started laughing because she didn't know that's what I always do. And it's true, really, if you think about it. If you can't use a weapon in this game, it's because you're too stupid. Or, you know, to use a less offensive term, you're too dumb. Because I know a lot of people get offended over the word stupid. And honestly, I think people just like to complain about the small things. Like, really, with the transgender stuff, and then there's something else I saw. Just a bunch of stupid shit, really. The transgender bathroom thing, I think is just dumb. Like, honestly, you're gonna be really that much of a bitch because people of different races can fucking go into a bathroom now. Like, we got pissed off over the fact that, like, we had different colored people use the same fountain as us. I mean, it's time we fucking grow up. It's stupid. But, you know, someone in the comments is gonna be like, oh, America has gone down so dramatically in life. It's pathetic to see how low it's gone down now. And we're all just like, in all honesty, we're trying to make it better because we don't want to fucking have the old ways. And what I mean by that is I don't want to, like, you know, still be in the time where we still get offended by, like I said, a different colored person using a water fountain that a white colored person used. And really, it's just a bunch of white people that are complaining about this shit. And it's not all the white people. There are good white people, honestly, but there are just some racist assholes that are just like that. And I don't mean to like fucking isolate the white people, but like most of the people that I've met that are assholes are just a lot of white people. But at the same time, there are also good white people, but you know, there are other people who are just shady. You know what? There's just a lot of bad people in life. There are a lot more bad people than good people, but we don't see the good people because they're hidden behind all the bad people, because the bad people like to stand out and make themselves pop out. Meanwhile, the good people just like to, you know, they don't need the intention. They're just like, whatever.
Kind-hearted knight, a fine partner for this grueling journey.
I mean, the life we live in now is just... All I can see is just stuff going downhill dramatically, along if Donald Trump is elected. Because honestly, if they're gonna build a wall, America's gonna get smaller, Mexico's gonna get bigger. But anyway, it looks like we're nearing the end of the video here, so leave a like and comment if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel grow, and in the next video we're gonna explore, I think this is Fahrenkeep? I can't remember. But I'll see you all later. And if you're offended by this, I honestly don't care. If you want to be a little bitch about this, go ahead. But I'll see you all later.